In this presentation, we're going to talk about how to graph conic sections. Our first equation is equation of a circle that has a center at the point HK with a radius R. Then we're going to look at graphing ellipse with the center at the point HK and A units along the x-axis and B units along the y-axis in order to draw the ellipse. And then we're going to take a look at graphing hyperbola with the center at HK. Hyperbola could be opening sideways or it could be opening up and down. And both of these hyperbolas, they have a center at the point HK, A units along the x-axis and B units along the y-axis. Let's look at our first example. This is equation of a circle with the center at 2, -4 and the radius of 6. We start by plotting the center 2, -4. We're going to go 6 units to the right. We're going to go 6 units to the left. We're going to go 6 units up. And we're going to go 6 units down. So all of these are 6 units from the center. And then we're going to draw the circle. The domain will be all the values for the x values. So in this case, domain is going to be from -4 to 8. And the range is going to be all the y values. Range will be from -10 to +2. Let's move on with our next example. This is equation of ellipse with the center at -1, 2, with the a value and a b value of 3. 7 because 7 to the second is 49, and 9 because 3 to the second is 9. So start at the center, -1, 2. We're going to go 7 units to the right. We're going to go 7 units to the left. We're going to go 3 units up and 3 units down. And then we're going to draw the ellipse here. Now, once again, if you take higher courses in math, you learn about other properties of these graphs. Here, we're only talking about how to graph them. Domain in this problem will be from -8 to +6. And the range for this problem will be from -1 to +5. So domain are the values along the x-axis, and range will be all the values along the y-axis. Let's continue with another example. This example is an ellipse, but first we need to make sure the right-hand side is equal to 1. So we're going to divide by 144. And we simplify. So this becomes x plus 2 to the second divided by 4, y plus 3 to the second divided by 36 equal to 1. The center of this ellipse will be -2, -3, with the a value of 2 and b value of 6. 4 and 36, they represent a squared and b squared. So we start at -2, -3. We're going to go 2 units to the right, and we're going to go 2 units to the left along the x-axis. We're going to go 6 units up and 6 units down along the y-axis, and now we're ready to graph the ellipse. Domain will be from -4 to 0, and range in this one will be from -9 to +3. This equation belongs to hyperbola since we have a minus in the middle. This hyperbola has a center at 1, -5, very similar to ellipse and circle. You go with the opposite of the values inside of the parentheses after x and y. The a value here is 3 and the b value here is 5. Starting from the center, 1, -5, we're going to go 3 units to the right, 3 units to the left, 5 units up, and 5 units down, and we're going to form a rectangle. This is our fundamental rectangle for graphing and hyperbola. After this, we're going to draw the hyperbola, the diagonals are going to be extended in both directions. So these are the diagonals of the rectangle that we're going to extend. Now to finish this, since this is going to open sideways, we're going to go to the vertical side of our rectangle to the midpoint, and then draw the branches of the hyperbola. But make sure that we do not cross those extended diagonals. And one from this side. Domain in this case would be from -infinity to -2, union from 4 to +infinity. Range is going to be all the y values. So in this case could be any number, any real number. So it's going to be from -infinity to +infinity. Let's look at another example of a hyperbola. We know this is a hyperbola because there is minus in the middle, but since y is the first variable, this hyperbola will be opening up and down. The center of this hyperbola will be 2, -3. Always x coordinate first, y coordinate second, so 2 and then -3. A is equal to 4 and B is also equal to 4. Plot the center, 2, -3, 4 units to the right, 4 units to the left, 4 units up, and 4 units down. Draw the diagonals of this fundamental rectangle and extend them. Now this hyperbola is opening up and down, so we're going to the horizontal side of the rectangle to the midpoints, and then we're going to draw the branches of the hyperbola. Again, we make sure that we do not cross those extended diagonals. There are many properties about these graphs and these pieces and these equations, but for this presentation, we're only talking about how to graph them as simple way as possible. Domain is going to be from -infinity to positive infinity because x could be positive or x could be negative. The range is going to be from -infinity to -7, union from +1 to positive infinity. I hope this presentation helped you understand how to graph conic sections.